at LRHC, which just had basically came all the way back down. So I don't think I'm going to get back in that. Very high volume red candles, not attractive. AUUD is currently, looks like it's maybe having a second wind. I would like to see this break 180. And how funny was it on Friday? Like the minute I started streaming on Friday, Kyle came in the chat. He was chomping at the bit. I guess he must have missed me. It was like he'd been waiting around for a whole month for the wheel. Because I had not even been streaming for 2 minutes and Kyle comes in the room and he wants to spin the wheel. And so I took all his money. He probably has a little bit left. Because I'm nice like that. I'm not going to take all of it. But I did take a lot. A lot more than he wanted to give. That's what he gets. That's the price he pays for secrecy from Sarah. You know what I mean? Oh, GR says, kudos to you. The way you manage stock-related work and live sessions simultaneously is truly praiseworthy. Well, again, I am a Capricorn. I think my ability to multitask, not only am I day trading, live streaming, but I'm also eating, and I'm going to mute so you can't hear me because Andrew's made me paranoid now because he said that he doesn't like hearing people eat. And now I'm all paranoid about it. I'm going to take a bite and mute. You didn't see anything. Is anything else moving? No. It's a pretty quiet morning. That was the wrong word that just came out of my mouth. AWX. I feel like I already saw this one this morning. But, you know. JWEL was moving a little bit, but it wasn't even worth anything. It was very boring. AWX has no volume. I'll pass. You know, I hate no volume. I also hate weird people. No, I don't hate weird people. I like weird people. I just don't like inappropriate. People who come in here asking if they're real, you will instantly get banned. Goodbye. We're switching to subscriber only mode. I don't have any patience for that shit. I mean, isn't it obvious anyways? Like, I mean, I guess I should be flattered that people think that my chest is fake because I don't think it looks fake at all. Weird. Vishal says she is the queen. Yes, sir. And that means that you're on your knees, right? Do I take muscle supplements? Look, I did start taking creatine, I don't know, a couple months ago, like inconsistently, which I was hesitant to do, but I did read up on it, and it said it helps with like cognitive functioning and like lean muscle. It said it doesn't bulk you up because that's definitely not what I'm going for. I'm not ever trying to look bulky. That's not my goal in life. Let me put a 5-minute chart on AUUD. And then I eat a lot of protein powder. I don't think that counts as anything. Does that answer your question? Wouldn't say I'd necessarily take any specific muscle supplements. AUUD looks like it's getting a little volume in, but I'm still hesitant because it could get rejected at the top of this VWAP band at 163 and or the pre-market high of 180. I think it's got to break 180 to do anything. And I think the next level is at like 250. So if we see a miraculous break of 180, there has also been a lot of selling pressure on the stock. Like right now in level 2, there's a 3,000, 6,000, 4,000, 8,000, and 2,000 share seller. A lot of sellers, which makes me, again, hesitant. You know what I'm saying? Brandon says, my goddess, why do people think it's okay to be disrespectful or rude to you? you know, I've said it, Brandon, many times, and I'll just say it again. People that do that are looking for attention. And, you know, to some extent, we have to feel sorry for them, because if that's the only way that you get attention from someone on the internet, is on the internet by saying rude shit, then that's pretty embarrassing and pathetic. You know what I mean? But I would say that that's probably why. And their parents obviously didn't raise them very well, because my parents told me that if you don't have something nice to say, that you should just not say anything at all. And I guess a lot of people never learned that lesson. So that would be my 2 cents. Did I make my scanner code and or parameters? What do you mean, Andrew? I've had my scanner for a while. I was missing it for a while, and then I finally put it together. Well, I had to wait for the new computer because it wasn't compatible with my old computer. But once I got the new computer, oh, I was like, what is this? Once I got the new computer, I did set up the scanner. Does that answer your question? Yeah, I really don't like the way LRHC looks. Even though it got good news, I almost feel like it would need to break 133 at this point to prove to me that it's worth anything. And I already told you, AUUD. AUUD had a much smaller pullback, but the volume's down right now. So, it does have a little volume coming in right now. XHLD is moving, but you know how I feel about that already. That thing is unpredictable. And I believe it's also, I think it's either Israeli or Chinese. So yeah, it pops up and then it dumps like a turd. It's done it 3 times already this morning. So any move up you see in XL actually would probably be a pretty good stock to short, I would think, because every time it pops up, it drops all the way back down to a predictable level, to the, what is this? 100 EMA to be exact. So if you wanted to try shorting, you could short this around 320, 315, 320, and it'll probably go all the way down to, what's the 100 EMA? 270. I'm not doing it. But, you know, if you wanted to try shorting, be my guest, because I think this is probably a good one to short, because it's been very consistent with the drops. I would not go long on this thing. XHLD, I just want to see if it's Israel or Chinese. Not that it matters, because they're equally, oh, just kidding, it's Pennsylvania. Okay, I thought it was Chinese or Israeli, but it's not. I lied to you. So it's at 320. We'll see if it drops like I'm predicting it will. That's what I think is going to happen there, but I'm not trading it. That's just my theory. Adam says, I guess you're a businesswoman, aren't you? What do you mean? What does that mean? What do you mean by that? Nate is putting random emojis in the chat. Okay. Andrew says, for stock, I know you've had it asking something you purchased or made. I've had it asking something. I'm not sure what you mean. I'm not sure what you mean, Andrew. I know you're talking about the scanner, but you said the stock scanner is what you're talking about. You said, I know you've had it asking something you purchased, or are you asking if it's something that had to purchase? No, I did not purchase the scanner. I made it. So my scanner is through Thinkorswim, is the platform, and Thinkorswim is through Charles Schwab, I believe, and you do have to have an account with them. I talked about before the problem I had with it in the past is that I opened an account with Charles Schwab, but I didn't put any money in it. And what happened is, after a few months or a year, I don't know how long it was, but they just, because there was no money in the account, they closed my account, and then I couldn't use the scanner. So if you're going to use a scanner for Thinkorswim, I would strongly suggest that you You have to open an account with Charles Schwab regardless. I'm looking at SCKT right now, by the way, SCKT. I'm gonna see if there's news. You really need to have, hold on. I haven't looked anything about this stock, but it's moving, so I'm getting in. We'll see what happens. You really have to have money in the account, otherwise you could have what happened to me, where they just close the account randomly if you don't have any money in the account. This weirdo with the username President Vladimir Putin says I'm strange when he's the one trying to act like he's Vladimir Putin, but I'm the weird one. Okay, hon, sure. Whatever makes you happy. Maxwell says she is simply a real woman who is educated and trading in day trades and lives a normal life as a streamer. I wouldn't say I live a normal life, but yeah, I guess. Okay, SCKT. The news at 9:05 says Socket Mobile, weird name, announces strategic distribution partnership with 3i Technologies. So they have some kind of partnership that they just, oh God, holy crap. It just went up 100% out of nowhere. That's crazy. Holy shit. That was crazy. It just went to $3.94. It just had like a spike up. That must have been like an algorithmic spike. Wow. That was crazy. Well, we'll see what happens. I'm going to close part of my position because it is up quite a bit, even at 154. I mean, I'd love to have 394. Holy shit, that was crazy. This has a 5.44 million share float and a 1.11% short float, so that all looks good. Like I said, they just had this news, and it is based in Fremont, California. I'm watching it very closely. A lot of times, and if you know more about this than I do, by all means, please correct me in the chat, but I feel like a lot of times when I see a spike like that, later on, it'll go back up to the level of the spike. I'm not saying for sure, but I just think that that's something that could happen. Now it's up to 189, 191. So this thing is really moving. I'm going to get back in it. I'm going to close the rest of my position, but also, I probably shouldn't do that. I should probably just keep opening new positions in this. So I am trying to get in on a dip here. It might be too late. This thing's really moving. Confirm. All right, let's see if my order fills. I don't know that it will because, okay, good. I filled one order. I have another open order in case it dips down more. And I probably should have taken, oh. I actually have a lot bigger position than I thought I did, so this is great. It's up to 250 now. This thing is crazy. Wow. And again, that spike that it had was $3.94. It's at 238 right now. I think this thing's gonna be pretty crazy. It already is pretty crazy. But nothing is ever guaranteed. So I'm not sitting here gonna get in it and then just hope it goes back up to 394. I'm gonna get out when I'm in profit. Okay, good. So my other order just filled. Got a little dip there. Down to 190. My order was at 190. Perfect. And we'll see what happens. Maxwell says he traded Forex and S&P. Scooby says the best view ever. All right, so now I have a pretty large position in this because it's pretty strong. Like, this thing's kind of crazy. With that random spike up to $3.94, we'll see if it gets back up there. While we're at it, let me also check the 4-hour chart and see where this thing has gone before. All right, so we're up right now. I'm gonna take half out, even though I do think this thing is gonna keep going, but you know, like I said, we take profit when you got it. That's how it works. Nothing is ever for sure when it comes to stocks. You know what I mean? Going back in time. Wow, this thing, what the hell? Let me do a week instead of 4-hour chart. Okay, here we go. It has had 197. Okay, so I see a level at 250. I think it's already gotten to 250. It's already broken $4. 350, 480. So I would be looking at levels of 394 and 480 for this stock. It's currently at 230. I'm just saying, this thing is kind of crazy. It's crazy. And it's 9/11. The market's going to open soon. So I will be very curious to see what happens with this thing when the market opens. Excellent. And I will probably be buying any dips, to be honest. Ah, I got so excited I almost launched my yogurt across the desk. That wouldn't have been good. I don't want yogurt all over my computer. So it had a red candle just now and the high was 240. So I would like to see the next candle break 240, and then the next level to break is 264. We are getting close. Well, not yet. 920 is when I usually start seeing the moves down. So we'll see what happens. Ed says hug question mark. What the fuck are you talking about? Obviously I can't hug you over the internet. What a weird thing to say. I'm gonna eat a bite, so I'm muting myself so you can't hear me eat, because I know that bothers Andrew. Oh, I forgot my tea. Crap. All right, I'm gonna go grab my tea. Hopefully the stock doesn't crash while I go into the other room. That would not be good. Let me go get my tea. Hey, Mom. What's up, puppy? Just in time. We're at 257. Okay. We're gonna sell to close. And I think how many do I have? I'm gonna keep a small position open. I don't usually do this, as you know, but this thing just seems so strong to me that, and I've made enough profit that even if I lose all that money, I'm still gonna be okay. It's always nice when you have enough of a profit that you can trade with just the profit, and that way, even if you lose the entire profit, you're still not out any money. Just saying. So I have a sell order at 261 in case you're wondering. And I'd like it to get there in the next 5 minutes. I think it will. The recent high was 270. We'll probably even go, I should probably even put it higher. Yeah, let's do 268. 264 is close enough. Andrew says that's how I gamble. Seriously, that's a smart way to gamble. That way you're not losing money. If you make enough of a profit, you can just use the profit. It's kind of a smart thing to do. Adam says tea is a good drink, isn't it? Yes, it is. This is peach tea. I usually drink tea during the week and then coffee on the weekends. I did steal a couple Keurig pods from the Airbnbs, and I had one yesterday. It was so good. I think it was like mocha something. It was so good. I don't know. It's on the floor in the kitchen right now. I accidentally threw it there and forgot to pick it up. And you know, Mo doesn't clean anything, so. Do I drink matcha? I look like I've lost weight. I think I think it was up and down. I think at the beginning of the trip, I was probably losing weight because I wasn't eating a whole lot. And then towards the end of the trip, I had some unhealthy meals. So I feel like I kind of gained a little weight at the end of the trip. But I guess essentially I'm probably the same. I don't really weigh myself that often. But it is much easier for me to stay healthy when I'm in my routine. Because I usually cook at home and have a workout routine. Okay, here we go. 257. I want 264. $258, 260. Come on, just do it. Do it. Sometimes I find it helps if you yell at the stock. There we go. All right, so I still have a small position for when the market opens, which is up 34%, in case you're wondering, on my small little bitty position. We're gonna see what the hell happens with this thing when the market opens. I don't know, I'm kind of tempted to take more, but that would be a little bit too much of a gamble for me. That was so crazy. That reminds me of this one time when I woke up at 4 in the morning. It was probably like a year ago. There was a stock. I still remember the ticker. I don't usually remember the tickers of stocks because it's like in one ear, out the other, obviously. But the stock ticker was TNON, TNON. That thing went from $4 to $200 within like 2 minutes. I was sitting there watching it and I was like half asleep and I was like, what the fuck is going on right now? And it happened too fast for me to even trade it. But man, that was crazy. $4 to over $200 in like 2 minutes. Might have been 3 or 4 minutes, I don't know. But it was a very small amount of time. Imagine subscribing to my channel just so you could ask a stupid question and then get banned for asking a stupid question. Imagine that happening. That would be really unfortunate. Maybe you should think about what you say before you say it. Because you know what? I'm a real person and I'm reading your fucking comments. Do I watch the Hong Kong market? No. Zach Wan. That made me chuckle inside. It was pretty lame, but it got a small chuckle out of me. He says, I'm not currently an organ donor, but I'd love to give you my heart. I might save that one for Instagram. How lucky of you. David got the hint and he says he's done. That's good for you because you were 2 seconds away from never being allowed to speak on my channel again, and I'd hate for that to happen to you. You know? I'd hate for you to never be able to speak to me again. That'd be very sad. Believe it or not, I don't like banning people. But I also don't like it when people are annoying. Maxwell says it leads into our market. Well, you know what? It's enough of my brain power to keep up with what I'm keeping up with. So why don't you watch the Hong Kong market for me and you can give me a summary. Hold please, I'm eating and I don't want to disturb Andrew with my breathing while I eat this oatmeal. Hold on. It's 9:20. Stock market opens in 10 minutes. Are you ready? David got the hint. He has zipped his mouth. Thank God. Yeah. And Endless points out the fact that I literally just said about 10 minutes ago that I think it's quite obvious and that it's actually a very stupid question. Andrew's laughing because, what was I going to say? About the eating comment. Yes. Adam says, what is this talk? We are all friends here. No, we aren't. I don't know you. You're not my friend. You're not my friend. I don't know who you are. You're my bitch. There's a difference somehow. What happened with my computer? I need to change the settings for this so it doesn't keep turning off. It's quite annoying. Why don't I have a 5-minute chart? What the fuck? Okay, there's that spike. That delicious spike to $3.94. I love it. I love it. What's that chick's name off Saturday Night Live? I love it! You know what I'm talking about? What's her name? I love it! Okay, I'm taking another bite. Maxwell says, I was not being a dick. I'm impressed by you as a female trader. Why you gotta throw a female in there? Why does that fucking make a difference? Are you saying that women can't trade? You know, women are smarter than men, right? So it's just a lot of women don't know about trading. If they did, the stock market would be ruled by women. Molly Shannon, yes. Yard sale Lorraine. All Eyes on Me says, hot tip, put in a buy order for frozen orange concentrate. What the fuck does that even mean? You got me all confused. I don't know what you mean. And don't think I didn't see about Endless's comment about my boobs obviously being real. Look, if you want to go look at some fake boobies, then hey, you do you, okay? We keep it all natural up in here, you know? And I just think, I feel like I've probably touched fake boobs before, but I'm not sure. It didn't really leave a lasting impression in my memory because I'm not into women, and I'm also not into fake boobs. So, but I feel like if I was a guy, I wouldn't be a fan. That's a completely different feel. We're not gonna get into all that, but I'm just saying that's what it made me think of. All right, 5-minute chart. We have 5 minutes until the market opens. WYHG is on my scanner. You guys are distracting me. WYHG. Wing yip. Food hold. Wing yip. Wing yip. Food holdings. I'm in a really weird mood today. I don't know what's going on. WYHG. I don't have any float information. I don't know the float or the short float, but all I can tell you is it's Chinese. And it says at 4:06 a.m. private placement closure and chairman stake increase drive the wing yip 27% pre-market surge. So I guess there's some shit going on, but I don't really know anything about this. Except that it's Chinese, and sometimes that's all you need to know. David says, I'm distracting you. Look, I'm just sitting here. I could see how maybe this could be distracting, but I'm just sitting here like this, minding my own business. I'm just trying to eat my freaking oatmeal and yogurt. If I was trying to distract you, I could, is my point. Maxwell says, not a knock on females. I know, I was just messing with you. I told you I'm in a weird mood. I ate purple broccoli? What the fuck? I don't know what that means. Maybe that made sense in your head, but it doesn't make sense to anybody else. Oh. Maxwell says, you are beautiful and I'm married. Okay, well, you know, you can watch my stream with your wife. That's fine. Or, you know, you don't have to watch. You're fine to be here. But I am not trying to steal you from your wife, my friend. That is never something I'm trying to do. She can watch too. She can trade with us. Yes, more women traders. I like it. Maxwell is very married. Not just semi-married, but very married. In case you were wondering. I am very unmarried. Well, non-married? Unmarried sounds like you were married and now you're not married. Non-married. I don't even know if that's a word. I just made it up. Those blueberries are really good. This is too much food. I can't eat it all. You know what I made yesterday? And Nightmare says, I'm very pathetic. He said it, not me. He said it. What was I gonna say? Crap. It was important too. 2 minutes until the market opens while I'm trying to recall what the hell I was gonna say. I'm not gonna say that. Wind Yip just popped back up on my scanner. I wouldn't suggest trading at 2 minutes before the market opens. You do what you want. No. Josh says he's on his knees straight away and it's time to endure some pain. Well, I hope you're kneeling on a concrete floor. I made Andrew kneel on a concrete floor, didn't I, Andrew? For a long time, and you didn't even complain. I wanted you to suffer, but you didn't. You didn't even make a peep. It was kind of it was unsatisfying for me. Josh says he's on tiles. Well, concrete would be better. So. Ed says, do I have a boyfriend? Why does it matter? This isn't a fucking dating app. Endless says, I bet it tastes good. What, the blueberry yogurt? The oatmeal? Or are you talking about something pervy? I hope you're not. I hope you're keeping it respectful. I'm very happy about the money I made today. But I want more. I want more. I don't know. There's the ding. The market is open. Let's see what happens with SCKT. I'm very curious. What are we going to do here? We have a little pullback? Are we going to have a little pullback? Because I'm going to get in if there's a pullback. I'm getting in. Oh, are you shitting me? Really? We're gonna play this game, are we? We're gonna do this today? SCKT already halted. That's so fucking lame, but I'm also not surprised. SCKT is my favorite stock today, and it's halted because, get this, before this move started, it was at 36 cents. 36 cents up to $3.97. That is quite a huge move. Can you imagine? Is XRP worth trading on? I don't fucking know. Probably not. Is that a stock? Isn't that a crypto? I'm not talking about crypto. XRP. I believe it's at $1.02. That's all I can tell you. Now, if you're talking about a stock ticker, XRP, I can look it up, but I think you're probably talking about crypto. Josh said tiles won't work. They hurt a lot too. I mean, it's second best. If you want to be second best, I guess tiles will do. The Volatility is giving his 2 cents of financial advice, and he says to buy SPX. I wouldn't, but you do what you want. You do you. That's what I say. LESL is popping up. I think this is a shit stock. Leslie's. They should call it Leslie's shit stock. I've seen it before. Is it the same as Leslie's Pool Supply? Or is this different? I think it's different. SL, Leslie's. Oh. 8.79 share float, 17% short float, no volume. Why is this even on my scanner? Anyways, I've already seen enough. I don't need to know anything else about it. I'm not trading it. VIVK. Vivek is back. And by Vivek, I mean Vivacor. Currently in a pullback, which is no surprise because it's 9:32. But let's see if there's any news on Vivacor, shall we? I'm also watching AUUD out of the corner of my eye since this had news and it had a nice move, but I told you this has a lot of sellers on it too, so I'm a little hesitant. I'm a little hesitant on it. Vivacor had news at 9:15, and it accelerates its crude oil trading portfolio towards $2 billion in annualized commercial activity. How lovely. It's based out of Dallas, Texas, but it has a 17% short float. I don't know if I said that already, but that is quite high. With high short floats, you can always have a short squeeze, but obviously you want to watch for a dump. Not that kind of dump. AUUD. I don't know what's going to happen with this thing because let's see. I'm going to draw a trend line on the 5-minute chart from 180 past this other high. If it breaks this trend line, which would be, you're in my way. Get out of my, move, bitch. Get out the way. I think AUUD would have to break 156 for me to trade it. That is what I think. Otherwise, it's going to bounce off this trend line that I drew. Our halt on SCKT should be ending. Oh my God, my abs are sore. Oh, my whole body, my hands hurt, my shoulders, everything hurts. I worked out too much. I overdid it. Maxwell says war is money. Yes. Okay, SCKT is gonna be opening back up. Oh gosh. Any second, I think. I put a buy order in. I'm gonna up it a little bit because I do want to fill. I want it. I want it. It should be opening if it's a 5-minute halt in 7 seconds. Are you ready? It's probably gonna be halting nonstop since, you know, the pre-market price was 39 cents. Okay, so I did fill, and then it probably just halted down. Why did I, yeah. Holy crap. Yeah, this is just gonna be a halt fest on this one because of the cheap price. Because it was so cheap yesterday. It's just gonna halt constantly, I think. Whatever. It's fine. It'll probably be a 10-minute halt now. Volatility says nothing happens before PPI and CPI. Dips will get bids until then. Okay, whatever. I think you're trying to sound smart. That's what I think. Oh, volatility says at least train. All I do is move my fingers on a keyboard. I'll only date a rose who trains and takes care of me as mommy. Well, interesting. You sound like Paxton now. Chat, doesn't he remind you of Paxton with that comment? Paxton is going to come in here and get paranoid that I'm talking about him again. Volatility, do you wear a diaper too? I'm just curious. And that is a real question. Ew, that was a wrinkled little blueberry. I'm taking that one out. Lindsay says, holy heaven, you're gorgeous. Okay. Are you a man or a woman? I don't care, I'm just curious. Josh says, for some reasons my knees are paining a lot today, but I have no option, I guess. No, you don't. And stop complaining. Don't be a bitch. Have I ever thought of a class to help with my ideas and or tips on day trading? Pay to attend a class? No, I would not pay for. I feel like there's plenty free education on YouTube. I don't think it's really the smartest thing to pay because a lot of people who are offering courses charge a shit ton of money. I think I paid for one thing. So I am a fan of Ross Cameron. I know a lot of people don't like him. I don't really care what they think. I like him, and that's where I've learned a lot of my strategies and stuff from. He used to trade live on YouTube actually, which was very helpful. But he stopped doing it, and he does that as part of like his paid program. So a while back I did pay for that portion of it to be, because I think that it's helpful to be part of community. But the thing is that because some of these stocks are so small, when you have someone as big as him trading and having a whole community that trades with him and they're talking about stocks, that in itself can cause stocks to move. So I do wish he still traded live on YouTube, but he does not, that I know of. He might periodically do it just to get people to do his community again. I don't know. But I found that very helpful. BIVI just popped up. But a lot of what you're paying for if you pay for his program is the scanners and stuff, and you can kind of make those yourself for free. So I'm just saying. BIVI. CLRO. All right, I'm getting rid of Viva Core. We're done with you. How much longer until our stock opens? 9:37. I don't think this is going to be a 5-minute halt, but if it is a 5-minute halt, 9:42 in 3 minutes, or it could be 8 minutes if it's a 10-minute halt. If anybody knows how you can tell, okay, BIVI is making a nice little move right now. Level 2 doesn't look that great, but I'm curious about it. STKH and ZNB. I'm going to look at those just really quick before I look at more details on BV. STKH halted. Okay. ZNB Zeta Network. Okay. Let's look at BV. Let's check it out. BIVI. B is in boy, I is in I, V is in Victor, I is in I. I is in Igor. 7.19 million share float, 9% short float. So very high short, and it does look like it's getting shorted a little bit right now. There also are a lot of sellers stacked up, so I guess maybe that would be the short people. And it is based in Nevada, Carson City, in case you're wondering. And by the way, AUUD did get rejected, not only at my trend line, but also at VWAP. So I'm glad I did not trade that. Yeah. Hello, Chris. Bobby says, does stocks go back up after going below your buying price? It just depends on the stock. That's kind of a strange question. Justin says, can I get some leftover food? No, it's all mine. And thank you for reminding me that it's sitting there and I haven't eaten it. Adam says, wow, you are truly a genius. That sounds sarcastic. I don't know if you're talking about me or somebody else, or if you're being sarcastic or what. It's hard to get what you're trying to accomplish there. Justin is really desperate for my leftover food. Weird. If I did give you food, I would spit in it first, just so you know. Volatility says VWAP and anchored VWAP looks great. Fiore, are you talking about a specific stock, or are you just saying in general? Chris is laughing at something. I don't know what he's laughing at, but I'm glad he's laughing. I like to see people happy or suffering, depending on the person. All right, SCKT did not open back up, so I guess we're in a 10-minute halt, which is what I would have expected after. It's just going to be a halt up and down constantly. I'm not looking forward to that. I was hoping, you know what would have been nice is just to see a solid move back up to, what was it, $3.94, and then that's it. And then you can halt all at once. But alas, no. It's going to halt all day because it was 39 cents yesterday. Justin says he would eat the food that I spit in with no problem. And he will choose to suffer. Well, some men like suffering, you know? Just like, you know, some women seem to be prone to enjoying. Hold on, did it open? No, I got excited. I almost threw my bowl down. 47. We have 3 minutes until SCKT. No, that's not right. We have 1 minute, and I was looking at STKH, but SCKT is the one that I'm interested in. We have, hold on, 45, 19, 20 plus. We have a minute, less than a minute, excuse me, until SCKT opens back up. I can get probably another bite of oatmeal. I mean, yogurt and oatmeal. I made way too much oatmeal. There's no way I'm gonna be able to eat all this. I'm making a mess. Sack says, can I guess your age? No. Is that oats? It's oatmeal with peanut butter and cinnamon. Do I have a target for the week? Like one and done for the week, no more trading? Hold on, hold that thought. We're opening. Holy shit. Yikes. This is crashing like a turd. Real bad. Now I'm regretting not getting out. Thankfully I don't have a large position. I'm still up quite a bit on the day, so it doesn't affect me too much. But I am hoping it comes back up after these stupid halts. What was the question? Oh yeah, target for the week. I usually have a daily target. Usually my daily target is 20% profit of my account, of the entire account. Max loss is 10% of the account. Max. That's my goal. That's what I do. I don't know. It works for me. And today I am up 37%, even with the drop in SCKT, thanks to the stock moving. So I am up 37% on my account. Oops. So that's my goal. Now, I've told you many times that I don't consider myself a professional trader. I'm not even profitable. You know, just honest. My problem is that I don't always stick to my rules, and I feel like that's one of the hardest things about trading. If you just stick to the rules, you'll be fine. But it can be hard to stick to the rules. Very hard. So, work in progress. Endless just watched my videos and he liked them. Which one did you watch? I was actually going to post another one today, but I haven't edited it yet. Words are hard. But when I do, you'll see it. Justin, if you want to serve, if you want to actually do a session, then just send my tribute and do a session. I'm not going to sit here and give you instructions. And this is really a pet peeve of mine. When I have submissives who come into my live streams and they try to do like a full-on session for free. It's not a good look. It makes you look very manipulative and I don't like it. He's asking, where should I kneel, goddess? You haven't sent me a damn thing. You haven't sent my tribute. You haven't paid for a session. And if you want to pay for a session, then we can do a session. But I'm not going to sit here and do a session with you for free. So pay or don't. I don't care. Just don't be annoying. Remind me of this turd. I forgot to read this earlier. Let me find it. Hold on. First, we have to see when this stock is opening and I have to be prepared for it. It could be a 15-minute halt now. I don't know. 10 or 15 minutes. SCKT. There's two stocks halting that the names are very similar and I'm dyslexic, so it's throwing me off. STKH and SCKT. I am looking at SCKT. Although now I'm curious what's going on with the other one. STKH. Probably wouldn't want to trade it if it's halting left and right, but I'm just curious. Oh my. Oh my goodness. Now this is a halt. Maybe you'd want to be in. 468 to 629. Lovely. Hopefully SCKT will get its shit together and go back up. If not, I don't really care. I do care. SCKT, if we're on a 10-minute halt, it'll be 9:56. Now back to this. How did I get on this stupid ad? I don't want an ad. Okay, so I have not officially opened this message. I can still read it. He doesn't know that I've seen it. But I just want to share with you how annoying some people are. And here's an example of what not to do, okay? If you want to serve me as a financial dominatrix, if you want to be my bitch, you can start by approaching properly, which is sending my initial tribute of $50. If you don't want to do it, then I don't care. Then don't. Just don't message me. Because if you message me directly, you will need to send a $50 tribute. And if you don't want to pay it, then I don't care. Just don't message me. It's as simple as that. But this fucker has sent me, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 messages now. And he says, I'm not going to read you the whole thing because it's too much, but he just says, I just can't tell you how much I adore you. I have watching your content for the last year, and I really want to be your long-term slave. I am not lying. It's like people that say, just trust me. That makes you not trust them when they say that, but I'm just saying. I just turned 21 and now I have finally a job, and me being your slave, I want to give you my whole salary. It will come on August 13th and I can't wait to send it to you. Ma'am? Ma'am? Question mark. Ma'am, one motivation from you would mean a lot, ma'am. And then just a bunch of question marks, and then another just bunch of question marks. Ma'am, please respond. This fucker hasn't sent me a thing. You telling me you're going to send me some money in 2 weeks is not going to make me fucking respond to you. So he will get no response until there's a payment. Actually, if I do open a message, all I'm going to do is say, you're not going to get a response until you send money. And if you message me again, you'll be blocked. And if you're wondering, if you piss me off and I block you, my unblock fee is $500. So then you have to pay $500 if you want to speak to me again. And the reason it's so high is because I just don't like talking to annoying people. So if you are so desperate for my attention after being blocked, then you're going to have to pay. I think that's reasonable. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Chris, yes, I'm home. I came home on Thursday. No, I'm not still on vacation. You can leave super chats right here in the comments. It is against terms of service for me to encourage you to send payment elsewhere, but I have links in my bio. Justin says he's 21 and young and still boyish added. Who knows if he's even 21? He's probably lying. You know, a lot of subs lie. I don't believe anything somebody tells me, to be honest. I'm not naive. I wasn't born yesterday. I was actually born a long time ago. I'm ancient and wise. And men think they can manipulate me, but they can't. I am unmanipulatable. Excuse me. But I am messy, apparently. What time is it? Why isn't the stock opened up yet? Hold on. SCKT. Okay, should be opening up in 2 minutes or so. Unless it's a 15-minute halt, then it's going to be 7 minutes. Justin wants to know the youngest sub I've had and the oldest. I don't know. Scorpy's the youngest sub I had. I don't know I can't remember how old he is. I think he's like early 20s for sure. I don't know if I've had subs younger than that. Early 20s for sure. Oldest was definitely in their 60s. I don't know the exact age, but I have had some old subs as well, for sure. Andrew says he hopes he never annoys me that much. I don't think you would, to be honest. You're obedient. Some people are not. Some men think that they're obedient or submissive and they're not. They're just annoying. Andrew says, well, last one was old man playing versus Mo. Shut up, Andrew. Stop saying that you're old because you're younger than me, okay? So if you're calling yourself old, then you're calling me even older. All right, is this shit gonna open up? It did open up. Crap, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. It's just gonna halt down again. No, it didn't. It's going up. And it just halted up. Well, whatever. I think we're gonna get a few halts up from here. But I think this is just gonna be a constant halt fest with this one. I didn't realize how cheap it was before it made the move. Otherwise I would have known that it was gonna be halting so much. Justin says, which ones are fun to humiliate? The ones with a small shrimp. All of them, really. But especially small shrimps. I actually just posted my Instagram story about that. TNXP. Ooh, excuse me. Not the hiccups. No. What did the person say? Talk about topping from the bottom. This person. This person, he's been messaging me since May, and I've never responded to him because he's not entitled to my attention for free. Nobody is. So he messaged me today and he says, hello, goddess. Can I send you a photo of my D and tell me I have a tiny C, my goddess? And all I said to him was $50 now or get blocked. And I told him my unblock fee is $500. It's the same for everybody. I'm fair. CLRO and hold on. CLRO. Oops. Okay. Mitten. MTEN. We'll keep that on watch. STKH is open. I'm not in that one, but I'm just watching it because it's halted a few times now. It seems to halt every time SCKT halts. Interesting. It's like a halt fest with those two. Veru, V-E-R-U. I've seen this ticker in the past. I recognize it. It is a frequent flyer. What's going on with it? Let's take a look. Mr. Veru, V-E-R to the U. Hold on. Stupid ad. 6:30 a.m. news. Veru reports fiscal 2026 third quarter financial results and phase 2B plateau clinical trial progress. Good for you. Based out of Miami, Florida. Right down the street. 13.99 million float. 10% short float. So it is a high short float on that one. But I guess they had good news this morning. That's all I know. Chris got excited when he heard the bell and he was about to say, what did I win? I didn't win anything. I won an ad. I won the privilege of watching a stupid ad. But it turned off by itself too, which was weird. It turned on and off by itself. Very strange. All right, Andrew is giving me hiccup advice. Now, what I've heard about hiccups is that it is a malfunction of the phrenic nerve, PHR, phrenic nerve. You know, different people swear by different things. For me, if I get hiccups, and that was just like 1 or 2 hiccups, that was nothing. They didn't stick around. ADVB. But if they stick around, usually I take a deep breath and then I chug a glass of water, and that seems to help. I worked with a girl who claimed that the way to get rid of hiccups was to have somebody put their hands over your ears with pressure and then you swallow. I don't know. She said that because of the phrenic nerve that was worked. I guess we all have our things. Oh, and Peter's here. Thank you. He says, welcome back home. Yeah. Should I keep the all hail Mo thing going? Of course. Every day should be all hail Mo. But just so you know, Mo is spelled with an M and an O, not an E. It's not like toe. Mo. But autocorrect always, oh shit, this just opened up again. You know what? I think I'm going to get out because it just keeps going down and I don't like being stuck in these fucking halts. I don't like it. I'm at least going to close half the position. Did it halt again? Crap. Great. It halted down again. I lost my chance. You know what? I should probably put a sell order in now so that when it opens, it fills. We're just going to put it there. Call it a day. I already made my money, but now I'm starting to lose a little bit and I don't like that. This is not the direction this was supposed to go. But what did I say? You just never know. There's Peter with his all hail Mo. Oh, there's another Andrew. I think we have 3 Andrews now. But currently in chat, there's 2. But there's another Andrew who comes in sometimes. Hamad is looking for a task. He's wondering if there are any orders currently for followers to like all your videos. Yes, that's kind of an ongoing task for anyone watching. Of course, you should go in and like every video, watch it from start to finish, leave a comment, and go follow me on every social media profile. Actually, hold on one second. I wanted to see if I actually wanted to change something. I don't know if I can change it on here. Might have to go. Let me see if I can do it here. Profile, edit. I want to change my Twitter name. How do I change my username on Twitter? US oil prices hit $80. In case anybody's wondering. BV just hit my scanner again. Looks like the volume's kind of dying down there. All right, so I did put a sell order in for SCKT. I am trying to get out of it. I wish I'd got out of it sooner, but I didn't know it was going to keep halting down. I thought it would have started coming back up by now. Not happy about it, but such is life. To change your OpenX, blah, 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 settings and privacy, account information. You're in my way. You're in my way. Oh, I have to enter the password. Don't look at my password. Oops. And save. You're in my way. That's what I wanted to change. Save. Okay. My new Twitter is ready. Are you ready? So here's a task for you. If you're watching this, you will be the very first person to see my new Twitter page. Lucky you. I just changed it because I was getting restricted on Twitter too much. So I created a new account, and the name of that account is Need More Fiore. Do you like it? Need More, and then my name, Fiore. Why is my live called Drains? Because I'm a financial dominatrix and I drain men of their money. That is why. The game must have Asperger's and takes everything literally because he thinks that I am claiming to be an actual goddess, and that's not the case, I assure you. I'm not trying to compete with God. Relax. Don't take it literally. Don't get it twisted. Calm the fuck down. All right. Where was I? Halts. Yes. SCKT, which has been very disappointing since the open. Halted again at 10:02. It's possible it could halt in 8 seconds, or it could open in 8 seconds. If not, it'll be another 5 minutes. It did open and it just filled my order. And now it's going up. Fucking figures. Fucking figures. I knew that was gonna happen. And then it just halted up. Stupid. Okay, well, I'm still up on the day. 30% instead of 37%. Fine. I mean, my 30% will go home. Dragon Ball says, but I haven't seen you do that. Well, it doesn't happen all day, every day. I thought it halted up, but it's not halted. I thought it halted up. It was a fake halt. It faked me out. Hold on. SCKT. Trade. I'm going to do a biddy trade. Now it keeps doing fake halts. Interesting. It looked like it was going to halt again and it didn't. Well, probably really halted this time. Anyways, I got back in since it's looking like it's going to move up now. We'll see. Stay happy says, I like not being in charge. You and all the men who pay me lots of money to not be in charge. Yes, I know. I know your type. You're in the right place. All right, let's see if anybody's followed my new Twitter account yet. I'm watching. No. I guess none of you listen, do you? Rude. Stay happy says it's an easier life. Exactly. It is easier for you to just do as you're told. Absolutely. Every man should just do as they're told. Oops. Dragon says, I listen. Dragon, you didn't follow my new Twitter page. You don't listen. He says he'll follow me. I'm waiting. You're going to be the first person to follow me. How lucky for you. CLRO is making a nice move, as is AQB. I'm not in either of those. I just saw them popping up out of the corner of my eye. I'm kind of I hope the pool's open today. Let me see. Hey there, what are the pool hours today? Okay, perfect. That's good. Thank you. Bye. All right, I'm gonna go swim today. I'm probably gonna go in the middle of the day and it's gonna be hot as fuck. Even though it's a pool, it still gets really warm. Hamad is going to Twitter. I'm watching you, all of you. But yes, I will be posting all my new content on there from now on. Since, how do I say this? X has decided to suppress all my posts. I hate them. Is that an iPhone? Yes. All I have is iPhones. Hello, Anthony. Rogerio. I know you're not telling me to shake. The only thing I'll shake is my middle finger at you. Unless you're into that kind of thing. I'm here for that. Stay Happy says, the reason I'm a submissive male is because I don't like fighting and arguing. Also, I don't like being in charge. I am not a captain material. I like being told what to do, and I am not alpha material. I am more beta. Well, you know what? I have a lot of respect for someone who knows that and admits that, because I feel like too many men try to act big and tough and they're not. And it's better just to accept what you are. You know what I mean? What am I looking at? Oh yeah. SCKT. Is this a 5-minute halt or a 10-minute halt? I don't know. Let me put it on the screen. If it was a 5-minute halt, it would be opening in like 12 seconds. So we'll find out soon enough. Yes, Dragon Ball, that is correct. That is the new Twitter. I guess the game didn't learn his lesson. Goodbye. All right, SCKT is open. It's kind of bouncing around a little bit. Went up to $2. Now it's down to $183, $179. Did it just halt down again? Fuck. Yes, it did. Unless it's another fake halt. This has done 2 fake halts already. Could be fake. It's not fake. I see the halt. Anyways, there we have it. Hello, Khalid. Brandon wants to make a statement. Yes? Brandon, go ahead. Dragon Ball is trying to find my Twitter and he can't find it. Oh, no, wait. Maybe he did. Somebody followed me. Was that you? Bat? Is that you? Is that your Twitter? I'm not going to follow you back, just so you know. Yes, you are the first one. You're so lucky. Very lucky for you. Oh, I forgot about my tea. Oh, Brandon, I'm rather surprised to hear this, Brandon, who says, I am a switch, but I'm more sub than dom, but I like, when can we switch roles? My girlfriend and I do it. But I like, I like when we can switch roles. My girlfriend and I do it all the time. That's cute. That's adorable. But I'm surprised to hear that, Brandon. I'll be honest. I was not expecting that, but you know, I guess you never know. Dragon says, I'd do my best to worship you because you are powerful. And he sends a super chat of $10. I see you. Well, you did as you're told, so you're off to a good start, Dragon. Why are you surprised? Well, because you just strike me as very submissive. I'm surprised to hear that you enjoy switching. I mean, I feel like if I just had to, just burped. If I just had to make a general statement, I guess I would say that most people are probably switches between being dominant and submissive. I think most people probably have a little bit of both. So I guess it makes sense, but I just feel like most of the people, men who are on my channel particularly, are very submissive. Really lean more towards the submissive side. That's the only reason. And I mean, I guess in some of the things that you've said made me think that also. But no, I'm glad that you know, if you're happy doing both, that's good. STKH. Did I look this up? STKH. I think I did. Stupid ad. No information on float or short float. And it's an Israeli stock, which is not great. And it says at 10 a.m., low float momentum drives the 196% pre-market surge with no catalyst. Typical Israeli shit. Very similar to Chinese in that regard. They like to move on nothing and drop out of nowhere. Ew. Blue is being put in timeout for being gross and annoying. That's the only reason. You just annoy me. Don't annoy me, please. I don't know. I feel like I'm done with this oatmeal. I feel like I should have eaten more, but it's just kind of, it's kind of filling. All right, I'll do 2 more bites. I'll do 2 more bites. I especially like oatmeal before I go do my cardio stuff, like swim or run. The oatmeal gives me good energy, you know? Not like vibes, like carbs. Oh, Dragon wants to see me take a bite. Some people don't like to watch me eat. I don't like eating in front of people. I don't really care that much though. Hold on. NXTC. NXTC. Next Cure is moving. Let me just take a look at these stocks that are moving and see if they're worth anything. That one's not. AEHL. I think this one halted earlier. I think I saw it on the halt list. Antelope Enterprise. What the hell is that? Okay, SCKT just opened back up. My order filled. Okay. So let's see what happens here with SCKT. Are we going to have a real move? I do think it's going to turn on at some point. I can't guarantee it, but with that move this morning and just how it was moving in pre-market, I'm surprised this thing hasn't gone up already. But the stock market never ceases to surprise me, and I think it just halted again. Annoying. That's what that is. Is it halted? Yes, it is. Oh. Dragon has a kink for watching people eat, I think. Somebody's called it a certain name in the chat the other day. But I think what they were Their kink was actually for hearing the noises when you eat. What was it called? I need to know. It starts with an M. Mukbangs. Mukbangs? I have no idea if I'm saying that correctly. Mukbang. It's a type of video where a host eats a large amount of food. That's not really what I'm doing. Small amount. Okay, but I am going to take another bite. This is the last one. I think this is all I can eat. Dragon confirms it is the thing that he has. I just lost on my oatmeal. Hold on. I do have a confession to make. I actually hate the texture of oatmeal. Like, it almost made me gag a little bit there. What was this? If you know this about me, you know that I have texture issues on my body, and sometimes that can extend into your mouth. People who are picky eaters, fun fact, often have texture issues on their bodies. They may not like wearing jeans or tight clothing or wearing clothing at all. You have children that just constantly take their clothes off. Probably have some texture issues. But it's not always just because you have picky eating sensitivities in your mouth doesn't always mean that you're going to have texture issues on your body, because my understanding is they're controlled by separate cranial nerves. Sorry about that. I just went full nerd. I just nerded out real big time. Why are there like 10 stocks on my squeeze scanner, but nothing's worth trading? Somebody tell me that. Let's look them one by one. AEHL is halted. BKYI. Excuse me. I don't know what that's doing. It looks weird. Does it just have no volume? I guess it just has no volume. It's not halted. Okay, moving along. LZMH. LZM to the H. Oh, what is this? What is this? I need to know. I need to know. Isn't that a song from like the 90s? LZMH. 2.68% float, million float, 2.11% short float. Chinese, no news. Okay, so we have a Chinese mover on no news. What's new? Just another day in the stock market. Chinese stocks trying to trap people in their money. What can you do? The high is 216. There was a recent high of 229 on the stock on Friday. I am waiting for SCKT to open back up. If it is a 5-minute halt, we are looking at SCKT, 1 minute and 11 seconds for it to open back up. Mr. UGCR, I am not stupid. He's asking me to please raise my hand. He likely has an armpit fetish and he's trying to get free content to please himself. It's not gonna work. If you would like to do a session with me, you can approach properly by sending my $50 initial tribute and then paying for a fucking session. Otherwise, get the hell out of my chat room. Hamad says, I follow you on Twitter. I sent a message. Well, if you didn't include a $50 tribute, I did not read your message. And you are probably very close to being blocked. And I have a $500 unblock fee if you're going to be an annoying little bitch. I suggest you don't annoy me. Hi, Tango. SCKT opened while I was chastising you all. It's currently at $2. I think it's finally going to start moving up here. 206, 208. Good. I think it's probably going to go a lot higher, but I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch. 209, I think it just halted again. Nope, fake halt. Fake halt at 209, but I'm going to close part of my position right there in case it does halt, which there is a strong likelihood that this could happen. Confirm. All right, so we're going to take a little chunk out. 209. I think I'm going to put in a couple more sell orders. There, it just closed. We will take out another chunk at 219 because I said so. Confirm. I think it just halted at 216, or is it another fake halt? This thing does a lot of fake halts, doesn't it? Yep, it halted for real. For real, for real. Now, where were we? Hamada's apologizing for his poor behavior, his poor manners. Well, I hope you get your shit together. Tangus, I hope I'm doing all right. Thank you. I'm doing well. Chris. Is confirming what I said to Mr. A bunch of J's, UGCRFVU, that I do not do free sessions. He probably already left the chat because he didn't get what he wanted. That's what I suspect. MGRX, which is fine. I don't want a freeloader in my chat. It's annoying. If you're gonna be here, be pleasant and make yourself useful. If you're gonna be a needy, entitled motherfucker, then go bother somebody else, because I'm not here for it. Where was I? MGRX, 54-cent crap. GYGY, Gigi. I like that ticker, I've never heard it before. It really rolls off the tongue. Gigi. GG? GYGY, game your game. Never heard of it. Is this new? I mean, I'm not saying I know every ticker on the stock market, but I've never seen this one. We're gonna have to look it up, just out of morbid curiosity. GY, oops, ooh, YGY. Game your game. Sounds like a video game stock or something. I have no information about float or short float. All I know is it's based out of Palo Alto, California, and it is a sports technology company which engages in the design and creation of a digital tracking device to track and display golf rounds with stats. Okay, you lost me at golf. Are there any golfing nerds in the chat? Put a G in the chat if you like golf so I can make fun of you. GY has no volume. Did this? I feel like maybe this was a recent IPO. Oh, let me see here. I probably ought, yes, IPO'd, yes, July 30th, 2026. It is a recent IPO for golf nerds. Logan is a drone nerd. That's better than being a golf nerd, to be honest. It is much better than being a golf nerd. For sure. I'll never understand golfing. It looks like the most fucking boring thing ever. Have I stopped being a teacher? No, I was on a month-long road trip, silly goose. Today is Monday. I will do a teacher role play tomorrow afternoon at the normal schedule time. I'm back to my normal live stream schedule at 5 p.m. Eastern time. I need more water, more tea. That's so good. God, my shoulders are so sore. Am I even gonna be able to swim today? I don't even know if I'm able to float. I can hardly move my arms. Oops. It's a struggle. All right, so I guess I'm just gonna wait for SCKT to open back up. I'm just gonna keep streaming because I'm still trading. Hold on one second. Anyways, I don't know why I'm reading that. It's not important. Anything else popping up? Let me see. Game your game. I just like the ticker, GYGY. I'm sure we'll see it again. I would like information about what the float is, though. Oh. SCKT just opened. Did I have an open order? I guess I did. Whoops. It's now up to $2.27. I am up 20%, 23% now. I'm gonna take out another chunk. We're doing this by the chunk. Hopefully before it halts again. But hopefully we get halts up from here on out because this shit has been aggravating. Okay. I just filled another order. I have a very tiny little position in there now. Kind of like some of you. Yo, Monza, what's up? Well, I'm now back to where I was before I started the last trade. I'm up 37%, 36.5% if you want to be exact, if you're going to be like that. I'm going to take another position. Confirm. There we go. Oh God, don't do that. What are you doing? Don't be a rude turd. Just go up, okay? Can you just stop at the halts down already? Is it halted or is it not halted? That is the question. It is halted. How was my trip? My trip was great. It was really good. I just remembered I was going to put makeup on today, but I'm going swimming in a little bit, so it seems kind of pointless at this point. My trip was great. Everything went pretty smoothly, except I did hurt my foot on the second day. I'm going to make a whole YouTube video of it. Summary. I'm going to make a whole video. I started editing the video, but it is currently 24 minutes long, and I'm only 14 minutes in to the first run through, and then I'm going to have to do a voiceover, so it's going to take a couple hours still to edit that video. But I will share all the places I went, lots of photos. I posted a lot of the photos on my Instagram story, but there's a lot that I haven't posted at all. So, stupid fool asks if I am investing in things that are good. Well, I'm a day trader, not an investor. It is different. You know, realize most people don't understand that, but am I 29 years old? I am not. I am not 29 years old. Does anybody in the chat know how old I am? Would you like to share with the class? Monza says, yo, what's up? Just chillin', looking good. Okay. All right, I gotta move this yogurt and oatmeal out of my face and get some more water. So I shall return in approximately 33 seconds. You can start counting now. Was that more than 33 seconds? Perhaps it was 44 seconds. Why is my wrist is sore. How the hell did I do that? Who knows? That's what happens when you get old. I look 41. Hamad says 37. Endry is correct. I am ageless. Exactly. Stupid Fool says, you are lucky if you are old enough to live before the internet. No way. Dragon, was I really right on time? 33 seconds? Shut up. I wasn't timing myself. Are you serious? Were you timing me? Are you messing with me? Halts. SCKT. Should be opening up at 10:39 and 6 seconds. He swears to God that I was 33 seconds. Well, I do have this very uncanny ability for time, meaning like I always know what time it is, and I generally know exactly how long things take. I do have this. Dragon says he swears he counted 33 seconds. I'm so intelligent. Well, that doesn't have anything to do with intelligence, to be fair. Knowing how much time it takes me to go to the kitchen and back does not indicate my intelligence level. I don't think. Why do I have a headache? Probably because my brain is so big. Oh yeah, I was gonna charge my watch. I was gonna do some walking today, but I don't know. I'm just feeling tired. My body is tired from all the workouts I did the last 3 days. And I'm gonna go swimming today, so I think that's enough. I guess I should be easing back into my workout routine a little bit more. You know what I made yesterday? Hold on, what did I say? 10:39 and 6 seconds. Oh, that's like in 2 seconds. Hold on. Hold on. It just opened. I'm watching SCKT to see what happens here. 208, 210. We had a recent high of 231. I think we should break that. I do think we should break it. SCKT. Pre-market high. I told you what it was. $3.90. Well, 97 cents here, 94 cents on Webull. Either way. Very high. I want to see if we're going to break 230. That's what I need to know. Sup Killa. Good morning. Beautiful. Well, which is it? Am I killer or beautiful? I guess you could be both. 214, 216, SCKT. Let's break 230 for the love of God. And it's thinking about it. 220 now. I'm up a measly 4%. That's not enough for me. I want more. I always want more. Reef D'Souza says, I need a strong man like me that will cherish you. I don't need shit. Oh. Dylan Brown says, how much to smell your most worn shoe? Well, I gotta take a picture of that. I'm saving good comments. So I just had somebody yesterday who offered me like $500 for a few pairs of my most worn shoes. We couldn't come to an agreement. So I declined his offer. So they are still available. You could be the lucky person to get a shoe or two even. I have two shoes where I don't know what the other ones are. So there's like two that are not pairs. They're just like a single shoe. I really don't know what I did with the other ones. I realize that doesn't answer your question, but you can email me. I'm not going to discuss that here. Dylan says $250 for a 5-minute whiff. Are they that smelly? That's not what I said at all. Are you putting words in my mouth? Reef is getting very close to being put in a timeout. He says, I can save you from all of these creepy dudes if you're with me. I'm sure that you will also love every moment of it. Claiming to know what I want and what I love is very arrogant of you. You don't know me. Dylan is getting bitter, and he says they probably aren't even worth it, to be honest. No stink. I'm sorry, you guys are funny today. Thank you for making me laugh. Very funny. Oh, Dragon, I missed your comment. He says, I can just tell and you exude intelligence. It's hot. He's very aroused by my intelligence, my ability to time my walk to and from the kitchen exactly. He was impressed. SCKT halted. Are we on a 5-minute or a 10-minute halt? I don't know. If it is a 5-minute halt, we're going to be opening at 10:46 and 54 seconds, which is in 3 minutes and a half. Phil says the guy is worrying about his stink per dollar over here. That's a new currency, stink per dollar. He wants the biggest bang for his buck, you know what I mean? The biggest whiff for his buck. Oh my goodness. That's funny. Do I have any stock tips? Just the tip? Or what kind of tips are you looking for? Stocks to trade? How to day trade? I don't understand your question. That's a very vague question. Can you consolidate it into something a little bit more understandable? You know, I do have a whole day trading playlist on here for you guys. If you're trying to get into day trading, I have a whole playlist. I'm not in any of the videos because I don't teach that shit, but they're videos that I learned from, so I thought they might be helpful for you. Did you bother to check that out before you asked me such a question? No. MGRX and STI, I hate this ticker name. They couldn't have picked a better ticker name than STI. That would be not a transmitted disease infection. It would be a, hold on. I'll tell you what the real name of the stock is in a moment. Solidion Technology, not to be confused with an S transmitted infection. It has a 3.56 million share float and a 6.77% short float, which is quite high. It also looks like it has Shit volume. It doesn't have very much volume. So I don't find it appealing. And it's based out of Dallas, Texas. That's the only thing it has going for it. So I'm still looking at SCK to the T. I'm still laughing about they probably ain't even worth it, to be honest. No stink. Oh, it's so funny. Thank you for making me laugh. That's funny. Anyways, what time is it? What time is this opening? Oh, SCKT. Oh, that's still attached to my head. 10:46 and 54 seconds, which is right now. It just opened. Okay. Are we going up or down? Can you just make a decision instead of halting for the 50th time? How many times has this thing halted today? Probably about 50. A lot. Too much. ALGS just popped up on my scanner, but I'm too busy watching this crap. ALGS, I'll pull it up. Aligos Therapeutics, is that what that says? $209. Come on. Let's just break 231 for the love of God. Or are you going to get rejected at VWAP again? What is VWAP? 222? Yeah. Maybe that's a good spot for a sell order, actually. 221. I mean, I would love to actually trade this stock, but because it keeps halting up and down, I'm getting kind of bored with it. So the next time I close out, I'm probably going to close the whole position. Because I'm just sick of looking at it, to be honest. Dragon just sent another $10 super chat with a mail symbol. Oh, there's Paxton. I was talking about you earlier. Yes, I was. Do I trade AI? And Dragon, if you emailed me, you better have included my $50 super chat. I do require a $50 tribute if you want to speak to me. I do not read any messages unless they include that, just so you're aware. Did you email me about the heels, or was that somebody else? I've had a lot of people. It's probably because that video I posted on Instagram. Okay, you didn't email me. That was somebody else. Nice things? Yes. I don't think I have anything but nice things to say about Paxton. Right? I mean, we do mention that you're needy, but that's just because you've said it yourself. That's your own claim. I'm just restating a fact. And you know it. What happened earlier? I don't remember. You're going to have to go back and watch it. SCKT halted down again. So, Dragon, why did you send me the mail emoji then? What does that mean? What does that mean? Yes, Paxton says the neediness is apparent to everyone. Yes, we are well aware of your neediness. Indeed. All right, we're waiting for SCKT to open back up, and then I'm out of here. There are lots of things popping up on the scanner, but nothing's really moving at this point. SCKT has been a huge disappointment, kind of like some of you. Are we happy to be home? I'll be honest, not really. I want to go somewhere else now. Oh, okay. Dragon says he sends the mail emoji when he sends money for no reason. I see. I thought you were implying that you emailed me. Now it's all become clear. I am happy to be, what was I gonna say? Back in my routine for sure. Charlotte's wondering what Reef is doing on this. Well, he's trying to pick me up, if you want to know the truth. He's not being successful at all, but he's trying. Charlotte, do you live stream? Is he there trying to do that with you too? I imagine he does it with all the ladies. They usually do. I'm not new to this game. You know what I mean? I was not born yesterday. I was born 43 years ago, if you want to know the truth. A long time ago. Yes, before the internet. Dragon Ball says, I sent the money for more of your favor, hopefully. Well, you have not reached my initial tribute yet. What you're sending is quite small, but it's better than nothing. Oh. Dragon Ball says, ew, let me get rid of this person. Dragon Ball says, what I'd give to be a house slave for you, just to give me commands and be around your aura and voice and be useful for one day. You would be so lucky. I want to respond to trolls so bad, but I know that it's not to my benefit because it's just going to encourage them to keep talking. Oh, I hear a little trill. There he goes. Yeah, you can go outside all by your big self there, doggy. So he did, up his ramp and out. Charlotte says he's a married man. Well, I'm not surprised. You know, nothing men do surprises me anymore. At all. And she can have him. Paxton says, you look like a spry 33-year-old, honestly. I am a spry 43-year-old. Hamad says, I won't leave the stream until you end it, even if you want to leave, respectfully for you. Okay. Sounds good. SCKT, are we on a 5-minute halt? If so, oh yes, we are. It just opened up. Let me get back to that screen. Oh wait, I already have my sell order in place. We're good. We're good. 91. I really feel like this thing could still move at some point, but what really ruined it is the fact that it was so cheap yesterday and it had moved so much. That pre-market move was crazy though. It was too fast to get out of, but man, it went from 77 cents to $3.97 within 5 minutes. That was crazy. There was several 100% move there. And people be bragging that they make 5% over the course of a year. Give me a break. Give me a break. 43 says where? Or Dragon Ball says 43 where? What does that mean, where? Everywhere. My whole body, from my head to my toe, everything's 43 years old. You know, it's not like my arm is 20 and my head is, you know. I look amazing. Thank you for that. Hello, Ed. It means you don't look 43 at all. I'm aware. I'm aware of this. I'm okay with it. Even though this is about as scuzzy as I get, to be honest with you. My hair is disheveled. I have no makeup on. I feel like most people put effort in before they stream. I'm low effort. Although sometimes I do put makeup on during the stream. I'm going swimming shortly, so that's why I did not. Oh, I love cold water. It's so good. How can people not like the taste of water? Can somebody tell me that? Like, what do you people drink? Juice? What do you drink if you don't drink water? It's so good. It's so refreshing. I want more. This is not an ad for water, by the way. Chris says, I can't believe schools are starting up already. I put my cousins on the bus this morning. I feel old. I graduated in 2020. Shut up. Shut up, Chris. I'm not going to tell you the year that I graduated high school. You don't want to know. Stupid Fool says it's not fizzy, so you have to have it carbonated to drink it. What about a seltzer water? Like, I have the polar ice things that I drink. They have a little bit of flavor, but no calories. Those are delicious too. But it has to be cold. Cold is refreshing. Yes, and I can't believe schools are starting already too. It's crazy. I looked it up and some schools start early August. Ooh, I'm about to rip this thing's tail off. I better stop. Crap. SCKT is going down. This does not make me happy. Did it halt? Yes, it did. It halted down. How lame. How freaking lame. This stock has been incredibly disappointing. I don't know why I'm still trading it. But yeah, I think the majority of schools still start in late August, from what I've heard. I don't know if schools have started around here yet. They're starting soon. That's right, because one of my friends has a daughter and she was mentioning that they were doing an open house the other day. So they should be starting soon. The good thing about school starting is that means the stock market's going to be better. It's always a lot, I just hit myself in the face. It's always a lot shittier in the, slower, I should say, in the summer. I mean, you still have stocks moving, but it's a lot more frustrating. So hopefully things will pick up a little bit here in the next couple weeks when it comes to stocks. That is my hope. Okay, it is almost 11. I was supposed to stop streaming an hour ago and I'm still here. So I'm gonna go get ready to swim. Here comes Mo in from his outside trip. There he is. What's up, puppy? Hi. I always think it's funny when he stops halfway on the ramp. It looks uncomfortable. Okay, so I'll be back tomorrow morning, 8:30. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.